Hello there, how are you doing? Welcome back to Slam Motion. So guys, in today's video, we are going to discuss, were the female characters in The Big Bang Theory really that important? Are you guys excited? So let's get started. So keep up with me till the end, comment right below this video, subscribe if you still haven't, and turn on the post notification for more videos. The Big Bang Theory was meant to have an all-female cast. Whenever any new TV show is being created and pitched to TV channels, they tend to go through quite a lot of versions of the original concept of the show before any channel will agree to give it a chance, let alone actually get a series out of the whole show. The same can be seen in The Big Bang Theory. Multiple versions of the show were thrown around before they even managed to get a pilot, including having a character called Katie instead of Penny, with the character being changed due to the test audience hating her. But before this, the show's creator, Chuck Lorre, wanted to take the show in an entirely different direction. This direction was to have an all-female cast. It might be worth noting at this point that this hasn't been confirmed by Lorre or anyone who worked on the show, and is simply something that was posted on IMDb Trivia. Thus, it's a bit questionable whether this is true or not, but it would be interesting and different to watch. The women of The Big Bang Theory were the heart of the show. Despite the show initially being strongly focused on the male characters and Penny being the only main female character, when Season 3 introduced two new female leads in the form of Bernadette and Amy, the show seemed to change direction gradually over time. Given that it didn't have a strong female focus before this point and was mostly focused on the male characters, many are saying that due to the change in direction that the show took, it ended up making the women the heart of the show. This is mostly due to the fact that the female characters were able to change the male characters for the better. For example, Howard's character tended to view women as objects prior to Bernadette entering the show. But once the pair were in a relationship, his views shifted, and he went from being one of the most hated to the most loved characters on the show. It appears that Amy also had a similar effect on Sheldon. In the early seasons, both characters came across as quite awkward on the show and were mostly focused on science. While the science element remained, they both seemed to mellow quite a bit and brought each other out of their respective shells. This was mostly down to Amy, where most people might have given up, and despite the fact the pair broke up on the show for a short amount of time, she was quite patient with Sheldon and didn't try to implement too much change into his life too soon. The people working behind the scenes also did a good job of progressing Penny's character. In the very first episode, viewers see that she's trying to make her mark as an actress, while also working as a waitress and is struggling to pay her own way, so often relies on the guys to help her out. What did the cast think of the female characters? What often helps with shows like this, especially where a show is long-running, is that the actors playing the characters are happy with where their character is going. Luckily, Kaley Cuoco, Melissa Rauch, and Mayim Bialik made their feelings very clear on how their characters progressed throughout the show. Melissa said what she loved most about her character was how she grew in maturity over time, saying she found her big girl voice. While Bernadette always remained highly competitive, she also went from having work as a high priority and wanting to get one over on her co-workers, to realizing that family was more important and trying to focus on that more. Mayim was also pretty happy that the show demonstrated two female scientists in different ways. She liked that the show decided to focus on one that wore pretty dresses and another who dressed a bit more plainly, but both were celebrated for their scientific achievements. Then we have Kaley. She loved the direction Penny ended up going in, and was also pretty happy that her character's last name was never revealed. So all in all, the show had a focus on strong, powerful women with different personalities, and ended up becoming a good inspiration for women and others everywhere. So guys, this was all about today's video. Share as much as you can. That really motivates us to create more content for you guys. With this, we end our video. Hope you liked the video.